All right, Grand Rising, everybody. Thank you for jumping on. This is Eric,
I'm Dio.
and this is the Blank Spot Academy, guys. We come on every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking something about business, something about finances. And I had a revelation the other day, and I want to go ahead and see how this thing's going to work. So, we're going to be entitling this Business Beyond Crafting.
Business beyond crafting, y'all.
Now, it's not going to just mean business beyond crafting in the sense of because we deal with a lot of crafters, but this can mean business beyond your skill set, business beyond your creation, your craft, whatever. But because we run in a circle full of crafters, creators, designers, hobbyists, people who make things with their hands, people who have businesses, we wanted to kind of make this kind of personal, because we know that there's not a lot of people. Well, let me stop saying that there's not a lot of people talking about it. I don't think it's enough people talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's enough people talking about it.
The
business side of the crafting and the creation. So Grand Rising, everybody, please do me a favor. If you haven't done so, drop your city and state. Thank you for the share.
Thank you.
Thank you for the couple of likes that we have. Need y'all to go ahead and start double tapping. And if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you guys can also share and like as well. Okay. That's you, Kyra. Hey,
good morning,
what's going
Tracy.
on? So we're gonna go ahead and get started. On was it yesterday or Wednesday? Yesterday. Yesterday I introduced a topic to you yesterday, and it was business beyond crafting. Okay, business beyond crafting, and the whole gist, the whole idea of business, taking your business or understanding that you have a business beyond your ability to create or design something. It simply means that there is more to business than just making something. There's more than business than just making something. You want to go ahead and chime in before you get your coffee, because you got your hands on your on your cup. Talk to them.
So as crafters, creators, designers, we have to understand that the fun part is crafting and designing and creating, but there is that back end part, which is the business part. And if you don't understand that part, then you're not going to be successful. So you have to take some time out of that busy schedule, making things and creating things, in order to learn that back end, because all of that together is what success looks like.
Ooh, I like that. Grand Rising, Lizzie.
Hey,
Grand
Lizzie.
Rising, Latrice, and Simple But Fancy. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it, Nadia.
Good morning.
So I gotta apologize, y'all, because I can come off very direct, but that's not what I'm apologizing for. That's just me. That's my personality. I'm a passionate person, specifically when it comes to talking about business and both personal and business finances and business building. I'm very passionate about that, and sometimes my passion can come off as anger or hostility. But my desire for people in our circle to succeed is so strong that sometimes I feel like, and I could be wrong, but sometimes I feel like I want it more for other people than they want it for themselves.
Yeah.
That's what I apologize for, not for my passion. You have to understand that there are too many people out here thinking that it's just too easy. It's just too simple. All I have to do is claim a business, claim a design, a craft, a skill set, and I'm going to start making money. Well, it's just not that simple.
It is not that
Never
simple.
has been.
No.
And it never will be. And for people out there who say, well, I haven't had any hiccups, I haven't had any issues, everything's been so smooth, that's the person that's not actually working the business. That's the person that's really not looking at the different, things that they have to consider.
And then, what we do is we go and we envy these people.
We envy them.
I'm saying? That you see all the glitz and the glamour. We envy these people because we want to be like them. But you don't understand what they go through. You don't understand the things that they've done to get them to where they are today.
And some people won't share. Some people are not willing to share. So as we bring this series on business beyond crafting, we want you to think outside of the box, not to change your thought process or your mindset, but just to give you something else to think about. Thinking outside of the box. That's very important. Business beyond crafting. I want you to understand that there's so many different variables that go into building a business. It's not just about creating. We had conversation yesterday about several things. It was about, inventory and pricing and record keeping and taxes, financial budgets, knowing what, when, how much, pricing.
I mean, maintaining equipment,
maintenance. It goes
a lot,
on, and on and on and on. And these are the things that you don't hear a lot about. Come and join my class. Come and join my class as I show you how to build a specific business, whether it is a marketing business, whether it is a promo business, whether it's a t-shirt branding or marketing, whatever it is. Come on and join my class. And what is happening is maybe they're getting that information inside of that class once they get there. Maybe they're not. But I'm gonna share something with you that you want to consider, and this is where it first begins. Business beyond crafting. It begins with the mindset. It begins with the mindset, and that's the first lesson of today. Mindset shift. Now you cannot go into a business area, business lane, or business with the consumer mindset. We say this all the time. We say this several times. What does that mean? A consumer mindset. We were taught as youths to buy, to spend our money. We look at things that we want, and we don't focus on replenishing. Many of us don't focus on rebuilding or building. People don't, planting seeds. You have to shift the way you think about money as you transition from transition from a consumer mindset to a producer mindset. You have to think about things differently.
It's a different way of thinking. If you take that same thinking and mindset in there, then you're not going to be able to develop business wise.
And that's one of the biggest issues, the mindset shift. I'm going to start a business, and this is the mindset. This is the point of view of a lot of people. I'm going to start a business, and I am going to change the world. And I get it. And I realize that you want to believe that everybody wants your products and everybody wants your services. Or, we want to believe that, hey, Rona, how you doing?
Good morning, Rona.
Grand Rising. We want to believe that this is the reality, but the reality of it is it's going to take some work to get your product out there. It's going to take some work to get your brand out there, to build your brand, to get people to trust you. It's going to take some work and some time. It's not going to happen overnight. But there's a mindset shift that has to take place. And in a lot of these classes and courses that are offered, I do believe, I want to believe that they are teaching some type of mindset shift as it pertains to how we should think about business in a business sense. Remember, once again, we've been conditioned and groomed to buy. How do I know? Look at the last commercial that you watched. What's the last commercial that you watched? And
did it awe you and you were like, oh man, I gotta go get that?
Like my friend, Mr. True Prince says, you could be minding your entire business.
Right.
You could be minding your entire business, and then all of a sudden you see a commercial about a hamburger or a taco, and all of a sudden now you're hungry. We've been conditioned and groomed.
Took you all the way off your game.
To buy. So as you transition from being a consumer only to becoming a business owner and a consumer, we now have to shift our way of thinking about money. One one big issue that I've seen a lot of people struggle with and wrestle with is the idea that if I were selling a product, I would price it at this price because I would want to buy it for this price. That's one of the biggest things I think that people are wrestling with.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Well, I mean, as crafters, creators, we weren't always crafters and creators. We were, we were the ones that were, doing the buying. And so when we make our products, we look at those products as if it's ours and what what we want to pay for. We can't look at it that way.
Yeah.
You have to go out and you have to do your market research and things like that. And see, what the market is calling for it. We have to take our personal feelings out of it. I think that's what it is. We keep our personal feelings into it when it comes to pricing. You can't do that. You can't judge it that way. You have to get that business mindset,
Or going into the whole into the whole area wanting to be liked.
Or you see this person over here, they're doing this, so I have to do it the same. No, you don't. You don't have to do what they're doing. That you don't. So you have to.
I like that shirt.
You have to look at it. You have to look at it as in a business mindset, and there's so many of us out here that is doing that C word, that competing with each other. You're competing with each other, but you're both losing. Okay.
So,
anyway.
Grand Rising, everybody.
Anyway.
Thank y'all for jumping on. We're gonna do a quick commercial break. Thank y'all for jumping on. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Bethany.
We are. My name is Eric.
I'm D, y'all.
And this is the Blank Spot Academy, where we show up every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, provided we don't have any personal issues going on like appointments and things like that. I know sometimes we don't meet all the requirements. However, we have a life too.
We do.
Then, we come on every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you financial and business educational cheer. Sharing personal experiences with you in hopes that it's going to help you to improve your situation. Beyond business, beyond crafting is something that we're going to be doing. And we want to be able to facilitate a conversation with you to where we're not just, it doesn't seem like we're just trying to shove this business stuff down your throat, but to kind of make it like it's your idea, because it should be. It should be your idea to want to be successful, to experience some success.
Exactly. The whole, part of business is, when it comes to the crafters and creators, if you're not understanding that back end, your success will not be there. I'm just gonna have to tell you, it won't. We're not new to business. The Blank Spot is new. This is a newer business, but we just letting you guys know what the experience that we've had. And if you don't take care of that part right there, success will not lie.
Yeah. So Mr. True Prince says, hold up, we got a good morning out of Tampa. Hey, Bethany.
Good morning.
Rebecca Davis says this is a much needed conversation. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rebecca.
I feel you. Says great point. Okay. So Mr. True Prince says, why go into debt chasing someone else's dream? That's
how many people, do that? My friend over here, they have this $15,000 machine. So shoot, I better go get it too.
Well,
why? It's to prove what point? I mean,
these are business decisions that we're making. We're not making personal decisions. Let's see. Kara says, what about when a customer tries to make you exclusive to them and threatens that if you branch out, I think she's still typing, they will shut you down with a specific group?
Girl, let them go.
Well, Kara, I would say this:
let them go.
If you're in a group, and that group that you may be getting the majority of your sales in, I say, it's time to start looking for other customers.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you believe in, but I believe in God. And what is for you, it is for you. But there are some stipulations to that comment.
Yeah.
You have to be obedient.
Yep.
You have to stay on track.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stay focused, and you got to do your part.
Yep.
But what is for you is for you, and no man or woman can take that away from you. So when personalities begin to threaten you with talking about you, giving you bad reviews, or even threatening to try to blacklist you, then they can't. You just gotta remember that they can't. Whatever you have is not because of man.
Nope.
Whatever you have is not because of man.
Nope.
Man has nothing to do with it. God creates.
And he got the final say.
God creates situations.
So,
and people have to realize that in order for us to be blessed, we have to have somebody out there to be obedient, so we can be blessed.
Yep.
You're just the person that God is using is just a vessel, but you got to be a willing vessel. So it seems to me that you may want to start considering, who you're hanging around. And I'm sure you already know that, but who you're hanging around, because that is going to be a huge factor in the very near future. But we're going to expose stuff like that because that happens in business.
Yep.
And those are some of the things that we're talking about. Business beyond crafting.
Yep.
I'm not worried about you. We are allowed days off.
Definitely.
Had it happen the other day among certain direct selling company businesses. Well, and direct sales, network marketing, things like that. Yeah, that happens. But I just want you to understand that they're not in control. Just remember
They're not in control.
They're not in control. Let me see. I'm catching up.
We're catching up on the
comments,
y'all. So yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think. We're gonna have an interactive morning this morning. We're not gonna be on here too long, but we're talking about business beyond crafting. Okay. And what that means is, it's not all about the fun stuff all the time. There's that business piece that you have to take care of in order to, have a level of success.
So I'm gonna comment on this last part. You said that they want you to work. They want you working. They don't want you working for other business leaders. Once again, you're an independent business. And as long as you remember that you're independent and that they didn't bless you with what you have, I don't need their money. You gotta understand that. You gotta understand that. And sometimes, unfortunately, and I'm gonna move on, but sometimes, unfortunately, some customers will have that same reaction to you, the business owner, saying something as disturbing as, man, imagine how much money we already spent with you, or how much money I've already spent with you. I spent so much money with you.
Yeah.
How can you do this to me? But do they do that with Target and Wally World?
Exactly.
Any of the other big box companies? So you have to actually step back, take a breath, and see what people are actually saying, because those are not your customers. You said you were absolutely shocked. It was an eye opener, wasn't it? Welcome to the world of business, and the world where people feel some people feel like they are the only thing that should be important to you.
We get red flags in our lives, in our businesses all the time, right? So now it's on us to take that red flag and be like, wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah.
What's going on here? So some things we cannot ignore, and to me, that's a red flag for you. So you might want to kind of take a look at that.
Yeah. I'd probably
red flag.
I would most likely just, walk off from them. And I'd say, appreciate what you've done for me so far, whatever.
Yeah.
But at this point, you know what? I think it's time for us to go our separate ways. Remember, season, a reason, a season,
and
a lifetime. So these people who are in our lives right now, they're placed in our lives for a reason. And they're placed in our lives for a season. Now, we don't know what that season is. It could be a season where we're going through. It could be a season where they're going through. It could be something that has an extended season that ends up being a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to realize that in business, we cannot. I want everyone to understand in business, and I need you to kind of hear this. We cannot just like everybody in business.
We can't.
We can be cordial.
Yeah.
We can be nice. We can be empathetic at times, sympathetic at times. We can be understanding. But we cannot be successful in business liking everything and everybody.
Yep.
That's going to be a hard pill to swallow for some people. I mean, we can like everybody.
Motives
but,
are always out there.
We don't have to like what people are doing. We just have to love everyone.
Yep.
And when you start thinking about things like that, you start thinking, okay, where is this going?
Yeah.
Where am I? What direction am I going in?
Exactly.
Okay, so business beyond crafting. Business beyond crafting. There are so many things that I want to talk about, and we're going to be discussing in the upcoming weeks and months. This is a way to discuss it without anybody being offended, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, guys, it's already June. This year.
Yeah, the mustache.
Thank you. This year is halfway over. So within this series, there are going to be some things that we're going to be talking about that's really going to kind of get you ready, to round out the year, when it comes to that business side of what you're doing. So, you want to kind of stay tuned. And a lot of you guys have been following us for a while, and the type of things that we talk about and teach, So for those of you on TikTok, make sure that you follow the YouTube channel.
The Blank Spot.
Because that way you can go back and you can, you can listen to the replay if you need to. So make sure you guys follow our YouTube channel.
So we've been talking about business and finances since we started coming on social media for this business. But I think that some people may feel like it's been forced on them. So we don't want to force anything on you. As a matter of fact, we would just recommend that if you feel like it's something that doesn't apply to you, feel free to leave. Because we're talking about this because we feel that it's value, it's valid, and it's important. Business beyond crafting or business beyond whatever it is that you do.
Yeah.
So I said crafting because that's our group, our audience.
Yeah.
But business beyond whatever it is that you do. You may be a pipe maker.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I see. Thank you. You may be a pipe fitter. You may be
whatever it is.
A carpenter. You may write books. You may have a retail store.
Right.
You may do business coaching, branding. You may have other types of products and stuff. You may do DTF.
It doesn't matter.
But
that business part is still relevant for whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing is still relevant.
Grand Rising Shirts by Banks. Thanks
Good
for jumping
morning.
on. So here's the other thing. Once again, trying to figure out a way to share this information to where people are not offended, because there's no need. We don't need you to be offended. We need you to be receptive. Greetings.
Good morning.
Best creative business trainer.
Sir.
We need.
And it's about constructive criticism too. In business, you have to learn, how to accept constructive criticism. Whether it's from your customers, your coach, your teacher, your
trainer, your leader.
Trainer. You have to learn how to accept constructive criticism. Everything's not going to always be peaches and cream. People are not going to always tell you that everything is just great. So when it's not, then you have to be able to accept that and maybe take a look to see, let me take a look at this to see.
Let's also throw the word receive.
Yeah, receive. Yeah.
Receive. Accepting and receiving, because sometimes we have to be able to receive it first.
Yeah.
Analyze it, and then if
Be able
it's
to-
for us, then we should accept it.
You accept it, yeah.
But it's something goes along with what you said. Let's talk about customer relations right now. We talked about a lot of different things throughout the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling D that last year this time we had made a vow to go live every day in the month of June.
Yep.
And we actually started our lives, and it actually built our business a little bit more. But I want to talk about customer relations right now.
Mm-hmm.
Customer relations, which is something that is not shared in all of the, not in all, in a lot of the training and the teachings that we see out here. Customer relations, customer service.
Mm-hmm.
You must understand, as a business owner, you are now a servant to the public.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As hard as it was for me to say that, and as hard as it may be for you to swallow, you are in service.
Mm-hmm.
You have a product, you have a service, you're in service. And in order to be in business and have some forward progress in business, you have to have customers that are going to spend money with you.
Mm-hmm.
Said this yesterday. If people like you, then they'll listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
If they trust you, they'll do business with you.
Yeah.
But just because the public, not a specific cheap few, I'm getting to that. We're right on track. Just because you are a servant of the public as a business owner, that doesn't mean that you are required to take any type of abuse from anyone.
Mm-hmm.
However, it goes back to that saying, hey, we have to be able to receive criticism, constructive and otherwise, and then be able to assess it. And then if it applies to us, inhale. If it doesn't, blow it off.
Exactly.
Well, customer relations and customer service has a huge deal to do with. It's a huge big deal with business. And people who work in customer service are trained to deal with difficult customers. People who are in sales are trained to deal with objections. Overcoming objections. So if people who go to a job are trained, if they're in customer service, they're trained to be a customer service representative with different scripts and things, right? Different trainings and stuff. If that's the case, then who is training you, the new business owner who just slid from consumerism, from a job to the business world? Who is training you on how to deal with customers and customer relations? That's a huge issue, because we're going to hear something at some point in time that's going to hurt our human feelings.
Oh yeah, it's coming. And you have to know how to respond. That like when I was in corporate America, it was always told to me, okay, when you create an email, don't put when you put that email in all caps, what does that mean?
When you email somebody in all
caps, email somebody in all caps, what does that mean? That means
you yelling.
Yeah. Right. So it's simple stuff like that that you should know about. You emailing somebody in all caps, and they're gonna be like, wait a minute, they're yelling at me. So it's stuff like that, that you have to know, when it comes to customer relations and things like that. How do you respond to that person that's, talking down on you, or talking, how do you respond?
Talking reckless.
How do you respond? How do you respond? I want to know, how do you guys respond to that? Somebody, they just come in there, they just talking reckless to you, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They just talking all harsh to you, like your business is nothing, nobody. How do y'all respond to that?
Well,
how do you respond?
I'm listening to what Kyra's saying, and hey, Professor over here, she's honestly speaking.
Thank you.
And Silaholics, all them YouTube channels you got.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. So I want you to think about that. He said, "Don't talk about me like that." I want you to think about this, right? And Kyra, you're on point. If you are a person of faith, if you're a person of belief, you want to pray for those words that's needed.
Exactly.
Now listen, I want y'all to understand something.
Like, Lord, give me the right words to say to this.
I'm
just saying.
Some things that are said don't warrant a response.
Yeah.
Some things that are said don't need a response.
Listen.
Sometimes silence is the best response.
Let me tell you, I found myself one time going back and forth with this one customer. And when that last response came in,
she baited you. She was
Lord
trying to bait
said, shh.
Yeah.
I had to be quiet. At that point, it was like, just hush.
You know, when
I had to let it go.
When you have a
baby,
when you have a run-in with a personality that is not that's not going in the same direction as you. You know if people are you know if you're evenly yoked.
Mm-hmm.
You know if you're evenly yoked.
Yeah.
And if you run into a personality that's not going in the same direction as you, that does not have the same intentions as you, that is not hauled like you, then you can recognize it. If you're walking in your right space.
You can, because you know what? Sometimes people just do things just to get you out of character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they could say, oh, that person said this, or that company said that.
Yeah.
You know, so they will get you out of character. You have to know when to just cut it off. You know what I'm saying?
Cara said that she said her husband just told her, let them all go. And hey, drop the LOL because I'm with them.
Saying, like,
let them all go.
The red flags, Cara.
See, I was told I don't have to defend myself to people that really know me. Absolutely.
Exactly.
You don't. You know what's the greatest thing about your character.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know you're gonna have to grow as a business owner. You're gonna have to grow and build some integrity if you don't already have some.
Yep.
That's another thing. Business beyond crafting. You're gonna have to grow, build, and develop some character.
Yeah.
And some integrity, because those things are very important as it pertains to business. Once again, if people like you, they'll most likely listen to you.
Oh yeah.
But if they trust you, they'll do business with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a business owner, another thing that I'm noticing is that I learned the difference between support and doing business.
Doing business, yeah.
A lot of people let it slip out, or they say it, proudly, hey, I'm going over here to support this specific business, whether it's a local business, a community business, whether it's a Black-owned business, whatever the case. People say, well, I'm going to support this business. And I'm thinking to myself, and I always think this way, I think, man, if I allow them to support me the way that they think that they're supporting me, then they think, Kyra, this is for you, they will think then that they can unsupport me. And unsupporting me means that I will fall. As the comment that you made about the one individual not wanting you to branch out and get other customers.
Yeah.
It'd be something different if they had enough business that was going to put you where you want to be financially and business wise. But it's still, you have to understand that if you don't take on other customers, business owners will fade away. Businesses close. People, are unalive. It happens. So you have to expand your business. But I want to say this: if people think that by buying something from your business is support, then they will automatically believe that if they don't buy something from you, they can control your financial growth in your business. Stop letting people say that they are supporting you by simply saying when they leave or when they finish their transaction, thank you for doing business with me. Thank you for trusting our company. Right. It's so easy to be grateful, but we also have to be mindful. Got to be mindful, and that's important. Yeah. Let me see.
We're just reading the comments.
Oh, let me see.
I think you missed one before that.
Hold up.
So, which
we did.
What's the question?
Would you do a storefront even if the sales were even if sales were initially there, and were or were not? Were or were not? Would you do a storefront even if the sales weren't or were there initially? Let me see. Yes, exactly. I got threatened that they would basically blackball me if I branched out. Wow. So I guess it's their business.
Wow.
I guess it's their business. Or you can give that group the exclusive to that product or service. So you know what? That is an option to give them an exclusive to that product. But after somebody threatens me, I mean, do you really want to do business with them? Because if they threaten you on that level, there's just no telling what they willing to do.
Oh, see, we done after that. We done, y'all.
I was so offended at them by saying, so yeah, that's a network marketing company, and I'm gonna tell you,
yeah,
network marketing can't tell you.
Listen,
they can have just so you know and I understand, they can have laws and bylaws that say that you can't work for another network marketing company.
Yeah,
that has the same product or service.
Yeah, but
they can't do that as far
so
as
that's something that we've been through before.
Yeah,
so we can kind of relate to what you're going through, Car.
So okay, so will we have started a storefront
without the sales?
Without the yeah. So would you do your storefront even if there weren't? Okay, so we built customers. So this is what we did. So short answer no.
No.
Short answer no.
No.
Short answer no.
Because you have to, like, if the clientele wasn't there for us when we first started two years ago,
yeah,
we would not have started the storefront, because I mean, I guess the whole point of it was, we saw a need in the beginning, we saw a need in the community for this type of store. That was in the beginning, that was the main thing.
But as we understand business, we understood that we couldn't grow just in the local community.
No,
we couldn't build just in the local community.
We realized that as it went on, that we can't just depend on that local community. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, it goes back. It goes back to this too. You have to understand why we started the business in the first place. We started the business in the first place not to make money. We started the business in the first place to create. We were still a part of creating our legacy. Mm-hmm. We were already in business, so we started this business to extend our legacy.
Yeah.
The fact that we did the brief market research, in the beginning, to see if there was a need. That was the
push.
Yeah, that was the push,
because we saw that
go forward.
What we were attempting to do, nobody around here had done it like we wanted to do it. So that was our push to be like, we better get into this right now and do it. So no, we don't suggest that you, if the sales are not there, no.
And you
don't do it.
And you're right, Corey. That would have been a great option if it hadn't got to that. Unfortunately, and yeah, that's for anybody else. I mean, I think this is what I think, man. This is just me. I know network marketing a little bit, and there's some things that you have to find out to understand that, hey, maybe that company may not be at your best interest. Mm-hmm. Any as a network marketer, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on. As a network marketer, you're basically an independent business owner of that company.
Yeah.
Sometimes every company has different stipulations and rules, mm-hmm. but you're basically an independent business owner mm-hmm. of that company, which means that you should not even yourself want to do anything that's going to disrupt your business. However, selling Tupperware and doing crafting are so far away from each other.
Mm-hmm.
The way you bring them back in together is you do marketing for the one. So I think that the people who said what they said to you, in a nutshell, they basically don't even know that they cut themselves off from a huge resource.
Right.
And that's one of the biggest things. But you got to think about where it is that you want to go with your vision.
Yeah.
With the vision that God has given you. Because just because I'm making money from something, that doesn't mean I'm supposed to stick with that thing.
Right.
Maybe that is just a stepping stone.
Yep.
Just like anybody who has a job. Just because you have a great paying job right now, that's not to say that job is not going to change to where you're going to do something different.
Exactly.
But this is the thing. The biggest thing is you got to know if something is lining up with the vision that you have. And if it ain't lining up, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
You know? So a storefront doesn't equate to more sales. Understand over here. No, a storefront does not equate to more sales.
Because for one, now you got a storefront. Now you got to drive people to it. It's just like having a website. Really, you got to drive. People have to know that you're there. We've been in this location over a year, and there's still people in this area that, oh, I didn't know you guys were there. You know, so you still have to drive people there. So no, it's not gonna equate to more sales. You gotta do your market research too, though.
You would think,
you know what I'm saying?
You would think with the desire and the demand for the items that we have, that it would equate to more sales. Now, did we get more sales? We don't know. We don't know because we've always been a storefront. So
right.
Yeah.
So,
but for somebody who has a website, and for somebody who's considering getting a storefront,
yeah,
you want to think about what's going on in your area. Look at the market.
Yeah.
Are there any stores like yours that you want to open up?
Right.
Also, you have to think about it in the field of creation, in the land of creation. Everybody's so creative, but they're really not. And that is the business beyond crafting.
Yeah.
Everybody's not so creative.
Yeah.
And you think that you are making the best or you're doing the best. And I'm not here to cut anybody down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you really have to be honest with yourself, because a storefront is going to add to your overhead.
It absolutely is.
And if you don't have local customers right now, and if you're not in the position to build local customers before you make that next step, then you have to ask yourself, going back to the comment that Mr. True Prince made, you got to go back to say, hey, why would I go into debt chasing somebody else's dream?
Exactly.
If your dream is to have a storefront, I mean, I wish whoever it is the best. And I'm not just talking to Mike right now. I'm talking to everybody. I wish you the best. But
you have to know what you're getting into, okay? I see so many businesses just really around here. I mean, even in this complex right here, that complex shopping center that we in, there's businesses that come and go in 1 month. 1 month. Because they jump too fast. So you really have to do your research to say, okay, well, is this needed? Or do I just stay online for right now? You know what I'm saying? I see that. We see it every day, y'all. They coming up and they leaving within a month. So you really have to do your market research. If you can stay online and continue to be online, continue to be online.
Stay at home as long as you can. That's less overhead. It's still overhead.
Yeah.
But at home, at least you can write that specific space off.
Right.
As a business expense. So stay at home as long as you can.
Yeah. I'm
not here to tell you not to get a storefront.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, if you get a storefront that don't work out, don't say I said to get one, because that's not what we're saying. It's things that goes into it. Thank you, Carl.
Just letting you know, y'all. That overhead ain't no joke. I'm going to tell you.
So
they want their money.
Man, Mr. True Prince, you sitting there getting it for us. I appreciate it, man.
They want their money, y'all. So be
Marla,
be strategic about it.
Marla Smith, where you coming from? What city and state are you in? Drop your city and state, guys. We're coming out of Columbia, South Carolina. We come on every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about business and financial education. Today we're starting our first series, and we're gonna tweak it. So y'all know, if y'all know right now, we're gonna have some paperwork next time. We're gonna have some slides, and y'all gonna be straight for the next time. Y'all gonna actually get the chance to see some stuff. But we want to introduce this to you: business beyond crafting. And it's not just the word craft or the idea of craft, but any business.
Whatever you do, you know.
Business beyond your specific craft, your specific skill set. Marla, let me see if she answered where she's from. She did not. I'm gonna still answer your question. She said, if I don't have space for inventory, is it better to do print on demand? Well, that's a good question. That print on demand is an option.
Yes.
Before you decide on print on demand, I recommend that you look at several different print on demand services.
Get samples, whether you're doing t-shirts, tumblers, or whatever. You want to get samples from those print on demand companies, because you want to know, your name is going to be on it when it comes to the print on demand, right? So you want to make sure that product is a great product, because you don't want to send your customers anything. They're looking at you. They're not looking at that company, right? Absolutely. So you want to make sure that you get samples. You make sure that you pick the right company to do that print on demand. And yes, it will save you as far as inventory.
Yeah,
having the inventory in your, having space for it.
You'll most likely have a lower profit margin. It'll cut into your profit margin depending on who you're marketing to and what you're going to be marketing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is an option. It's a viable option. That's print on demand is a great business model.
Yeah. You just have to have the right companies
to
work with.
The tree said, I tried a space for 6 months. Thank God they let me out of the lease. Hey.
See, coming from people that's tried it, So not saying not to try it, but just know what you're getting into and make sure you're doing your research,
Winter Haven, Florida. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Let me see. No gains without risk. Let's be the house. Hey, I agree with you, man. Listen, I've been gambling my whole life in that sense, as far as, whether we gambling on jobs,
right?
We gambling on relationships, we gambling on everything except our dreams. So even as a gamble, make sure that you have counted the cost.
You've done your research. There's nothing wrong with being risque, right?
Yeah.
But just be strategic while you're being risque. Okay.
Yeah.
Be strategic at the same time.
Yeah. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win unless you play. You're welcome, Marla. You're not gonna win unless you play. But then that takes it to a whole different level. Remember, we're talking about business beyond crafting, and there are a lot of people who are brand new to business. Thank you for the gifts.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are new to the business that I see you.
Thank you.
A lot of people that are new to the business who are still in the consumer mindset. They're in the customer mindset. They're in the employee mindset. And you have to understand that all of the mental washing that has been done to us from the age of infant to high school to college, all that washing, now if you want to be a business owner and you never had that seed planted, now you have to drain all of that information, because all of that washing has gotten us to think in the way, you know what, there's nothing wrong with helping other business owners. However, the help cannot turn into a hindrance. You cannot continue to give everything to everybody and them not give anything back.
Exactly.
It doesn't work like that. At some point in time, you have to cut it off. Of course, people are going to say gatekeep. They're going to call you a gatekeeper. However, you got to understand the definition of gatekeeper. God didn't give that to them. They gave that to you. And if he didn't give it to you to share with somebody, then don't share it. You have to be listening. You have to be worried about your relationship with him, not just your relationship with somebody else. So when you start thinking about, hey, I'm going to help somebody, it's not about, well, I'm going to help them, I'm not worried about the competition. It's not about that at all. It's about being obedient. And you cannot talk and walk with people who are not even with you. You can't do it. And that's what happens in business beyond crafting.
Mm-hmm.
People are trying to still walk with the same people.
You can't.
They're trying to walk with the same people that they've been walking with their entire lives. And you can't do that.
Nope.
Some people will see the vision. Some people will get on the track. Some people will get on the train. And some people will ride with you. But some people, they're going to fall off. They're going to complain about you going too fast.
And you don't want them to take you down. You don't want them to take you down.
You just got to keep moving.
Yep.
Everything is not for everybody, and neither are you. You're not for everybody.
Right.
Once again, there's nothing wrong with sharing information.
Mm-hmm.
Information leads to education. However, if you find somebody always coming to you, asking you for a solution, and they ain't done no research,
right?
This is business beyond crafting. You are trying to learn a craft and learn a skill set. You ain't got time to be trying to teach nobody. You can't afford to teach anybody.
They always in your
let's
inbox,
be honest, girl. How
but
you do
can't
this?
Get in
God,
theirs.
how you do it? Yeah.
What's wrong with that? They always in your inbox, but you can't get in theirs. They always feeding off of you, but you can't feed off of them.
Nah,
you know?
Mr. True Prince. So, Speedy Customs, what's going on?
Hey,
Drop the city and state if you haven't done so already. Hired help normally turns into competition in this side thing. Sometimes. So you have to be careful who you hire. That doesn't mean you don't hire.
No, and you know what? It's funny you say that. Who's this? Speedy Customs.
Speedy Customs.
So when we were first talking about bringing on our first employee, the first thing our coach coached us and said, hey, you don't want to have this type of person, that type of person, you know. So you got to be careful because you don't want somebody coming in just so that they could do everything that you're doing to leave so that they can do what they're, you know, what you're trying to do. So
Collective Design said we've gotten messed over trying to help others. We're doing our own thing without the help of us or without us. So, and I want y'all to think about this. Once again, I am not saying that we should not help others. I'm an advocate for helping people.
Yeah.
However, I do realize that we, the helper, sometimes overhelps.
Mm-hmm.
We, the helper, sometimes go overboard. We, the helper,
because you're so passionate.
Yeah,
you're so passionate, Mr. Blank Spot.
But don't you
about
realize
helping people?
Don't you realize that you're attracting those people because they understand your personality?
Yeah,
you're attracting those people. That you're attracting those types of personalities that want that help, and they want it the way they want it.
They
sometimes.
want how they want it.
Listen.
What time is it, y'all? It's 9:51, y'all.
It's been a great conversation.
We got to get ready for this event tomorrow.
Yeah.
So listen, y'all, do not forget about our My Crafty Business Expo happening July 29th here in Columbia, South Carolina at the Medallion Center. Listen, guys, we already have over 20 vendors that are going to be out there. We have classes set up. So it's going to be an exciting event. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. The tickets are only $12. Okay, $12. And guess what? We're going to give you $5 to spend with a vendor of your choice, right? So you're only spending what? $7? So listen, y'all get y'all. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets for our My Crafty Business Expo. It's going to be an exciting event happening July 29th at the Medallion Center here in Columbia, South Carolina.
You should fly in to see us instead of going to the Tupperware conference. LOL. You definitely should. No, I mean, we appreciate everyone who is supporting that event.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate the speakers who have taken on responsibility
to
be guest speakers. We also have a lot of things still going on. We have some events that we're doing. We're getting out of the office.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be seeing some broadcasts from outside of the office.
Yep.
A lot more. Aiken, South Carolina.
Yeah, that's right down the street.
Yeah, we're in Columbia. So
Columbia,
you're that's about 54 now.
45
minutes, ish. 45 minutes ish.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely check us out. But I want you to also be mindful that we have a buy-in going in right now.
Yes. So any crafters out here, creators, you guys doing tumblers. We have a buy-in going on right now. Tumblers are $5.99 each, with the purchase of 25.
Yep.
So make sure you guys go to the website, theblankspot.com, and get in on this buy-in, guys. It's going to help you out with your profit. Okay.
Be on the lookout for Juneteenth and Father's Day discount codes coming out. Well, discounts. We're not gonna do codes. I'm just doing automatic discounts.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for Juneteenth and Father's Day transfer discounts.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, you want to tell them? Well, we ain't
What
gonna
am I
tell
telling?
them. No, we ain't gonna tell them about that. We'll just start
the
doing
customs?
it. Yeah. Nah, we don't want to do that. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. We'll probably have something on Monday or something.
Okay, we'll announce that later.
But
all right.
Anyway. Tracy says you outgrow people and it's time to move forward. Absolutely.
Yep. That's right, Tracy.
You got to keep moving. So if they're going to either grow with you and go with you or stay where they are. So thank y'all for jumping
come on and tell us.
So,
you got to stay tuned. Make sure you follow us, make sure you follow that YouTube channel.
All our social medias, man.
Okay.
We got YouTube.
Follow that YouTube channel.
Instagram. We got 2 Facebook pages, the Blank Spot TBS and the Blank Spot Academy. Our YouTube is the Blank Spot. Our Instagram is the Blank Spot. Hit us up on the Blank Spot. And Saturday, thank you, June the 10th. We will be, if you're local to Columbia, we will be in Blythewood.
So we're doing the Blythewood Juneteenth Festival, the Blank Spot, and our friends True Prince. We will be out there.
They gonna come hang out with us.
In the community. So if you guys are local, make sure you guys come on out to the Blythewood Juneteenth Festival. That's tomorrow from 11 until 4 p.m.
Kicking down doors, y'all. You're gonna recognize who we are. One way or another. We have a website. We would like you to go and visit it right now.
Theblankspot.com.
TheBlankSpot.com.
Don't forget the 2 S's.
2 S's. With access to over 2,400 items. Ooh. Yes. With over 2,400 items. We got access. We've collaborated with True Prince. So if you're looking for DTF transfers,
they got over 2,000.
Over 2,000, man.
Right.
We're actually growing our network, our net worth, and our extension.
Y'all know DTF is taking over. So y'all make sure y'all go to the blankspot.com.
You want the best transfers.
Look for DTF True Prince and get y'all some DTF transfers.
You want the best transfers, man. And this company is I believe, honestly, the fastest growing DTF supplier in the southeastern region.
Yes, absolutely.
Reaching out all over the country. So I want y'all to understand something. We're not shopping for just price. We're shopping for cost and we're shopping for quality.
Yep.
And if you want some great quality, keep on connecting with us. We're gonna put you in front of it. So my name is Eric.
I'm D, y'all.
And this is the Blank Spot Academy. Once again, we come on here every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking business and finances. Our new show, Business Beyond Crafting. I want y'all to stay tuned on Monday. Tune in on Monday because we're going to have you some training information that you can actually look and
but you got to be on the YouTube channel.
Got to be on the YouTube.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel in order to see the slides. All right,
because we're not going to sit there and hold the phone.
We ain't doing all that.
We ain't doing that. But you can still listen.
Here.
You can still listen.
Yes.
I'll do a little thing so y'all can kind of be alerted to it.
All right, guys.
You have a blessed day as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. Tune in for Business Beyond Crafting. We will see you guys at the top because there are too many people struggling at the bottom.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday.